Right then, welcome back to the channel. I'm going to do a video today that looks at Osimhen, like what's going on with him and where might he be headed. Is that Manchester United? And I'm going to look at Jeremie Frimpong and Florian Wirtz as well. And you're probably sitting there thinking, Steve, United aren't signing them. Yeah or no? So this might end up being, I don't know, we call it what? Rival watch, something like that. So now, Liverpool are reportedly moving fast to bring in Jeremie Frimpong from Leverkusen, looking to trigger his €35 million release clause. That's according to The Guardian. That's obviously as Trent looks to leave and head to Real Madrid on a free transfer, which the Scousers have just completely taken in their stride, to be honest. I didn't understand the crying. I understand, like, seeing him go a little bit for free, but like I think it's been a massive overreaction from Liverpool fans in terms of him leaving. No, we had one on some absolute sausage on with Rio on Monday, and he he said if Conor Bradley did it, he wouldn't be asked. So like, why are you asked if it's Trent then? You know, and the whole "you'll never walk alone," but he can go fuck himself and he's not welcome back in Liverpool ever again. Come on, man, calm down. If they flip Trent and they bring in Frimpong, they have hugely upgraded it. Now, Frimpong has been linked heavily, actually, with a move to Manchester United. United supposedly pushed for him back in 2023. But there's also been a lot of rumours locally about that United have at least sounded him out about a transfer. And there was a lot of talk. Ronnie kind of spilt the beans a little bit, didn't he, on XG Files. I was trying to keep his name out. But yeah, Ronnie spilt the beans a little bit. That there is definitely something going on with United and Frimpong, but it looks like Liverpool are going to get him. And that's a little bit of a twist in the knife for United fans as well, because with us having a system that requires a out-and-out, you know, attacking wing-back, Jeremie Frimpong would be fantastic for United in that role. But it does look now like there's definitely something in him to Liverpool. You've got the likes of Ornstein talking it up and saying that the talks are advancing. And, you know, Ornstein is absolutely one to look at. This one is going for it as well. And Liverpool fans probably right to be excited. I think they've upgraded Trent in a big way way here. And he classes as homegrown. They've got a serious footballer in him, in Frimpong here. And I saw the stat the other day with Frimpong that he was dribbled past only 13 times in the Bundesliga this season. Well, as you remember that famously Trent got skinned 12 times in a game by United Docu. Frimpong also notched up 28 goals over the last 3 seasons in Germany. He is a threat from fullback. He's a different kind of threat with the ball. I mean, Trent is good with the ball. What frustrates is how he absolutely switches off without the ball. I think he's dreadful at it. But you know, I think that's a real good signing, to be honest with you. And the price, you know, I'm disappointed that United aren't going to get him if it's for that sort of money, because you're getting a genuine talent for that sort of price and a really good footballer. And United are daft if we miss out on him from here. I think he's perfect for this system. He isn't an out-and-out defender. He might as well be as a winger, which we know that Liverpool have already accommodated for with Trent, and United are playing as a wing-back. So like, he would fit in either system. You know, whoever gets him, and it definitely looks like it's Liverpool at the moment, they're getting a serious player. Florian Wirtz then. So another one potentially leaving Leverkusen. With Alonso leaving, it's clear now that there's going to be a bit of an exodus from some of their players. Now, Florian Wirtz, I think, is a sensational player. I said a few years ago that if City wanted to replace Kevin De Bruyne, Florian Wirtz is about as close as you're going to see it, and City are pushing to sign Wirtz as a potential Kevin De Bruyne successor. For me, it's the perfect person to carry on what he's already started doing with Manchester City, or has finished doing with him. But surprisingly, Liverpool have also held talks, which is a bit of a bombshell. Supposedly he travelled to Merseyside to meet with Liverpool's camp. So this one is another rumour that's doing bits. Now, do Liverpool have the financial clout to be able to bring two in? I don't know about that. But there were whispers about Bayern Munich. There are whispers about Manchester City. This news about Liverpool coming in the mixer as well. Not as sure as how he would fit into the Liverpool system. In the City system, and at Bayern, obviously, you just go, yeah, of course. But he's another player that comes to the Premier League, and I think he's absolutely fine. You know, you can look at the number of goals and assists that he's got. Bundesliga ones don't tend to travel as well, as we know, over to the Premier League, but he's still a serious footballer. You know, phenomenal vision, amazing first touch and ability to glide through and connect passes. Really, really good footballer. And the money being spoken about for him is not crazy money as well. Like, it's value for money. You know, people talk about transfers are far too high and yada, yada, yada. If someone picks up Frimpong and Wirtz for the money that's being spoken about, yeah, I think that's serious value for money. What's an interesting one is there was some talk in Germany yesterday that Real Madrid might enter the race. I guess they're looking at leveraging Wirtz's connection to Xabi Alonso, which is obviously where he's headed. I don't know where. For me, it always seemed destined that he was going to go Manchester City. Liverpool coming in the mixer. Could that do it? A Bayern, a viable... Bayern pick up all the best talent generally in Germany, don't they? Or is it Real Madrid? Either way, looks like he's getting a U-Haul in for the summer, and he's not going to be a Bayer Leverkusen player come the start of September. Darwin Nunez. You remember that we did a worry with Darwin Nunez and spoke about how he takes a lot of chances and misses a shitload of them, and that was one that turned out to be quite true. Now Romano's come out, and there's multiple reports also backing this one as well, saying that Liverpool are looking to offload Nunez, with himself open to a new chapter. Supposedly, Liverpool turned down a big money January offer from Al Nassr, but supposedly all options will be considered. It's interesting. It's interesting watching Liverpool be able to admit an £85 million flop has flopped and look to move them on. F365 have labelled him Liverpool's worst player of their title-winning season, which is an interesting thing to talk about. There is some talk that Liverpool have even made Mason Greenwood a target to replace him. That's in Football 365 as well, which that would cause some shit amongst United fans if that was going to happen. There has also been names like Victor Osimhen has been thrown in the mix. And it'd be interesting to see where he goes. I wouldn't want him at United. Now, I think Nunez has got far superior movement to the likes of Rasmus Højlund. Far superior. He's such a threat on the halfway line. He's always looking to run off the shoulder. His movement is absolutely top draw. The reason he misses so many chances is because he gets so many chances, and he gets so many chances because his movement is fantastic. He's just finishing is shite. You know, for all of the chances he gets, he should score a third or more goals. And I think that's why Liverpool are looking to move him on. Be interesting to see how much he goes for. I don't think United should go for him. I'm not advocating for that. But it will be interesting to see how much he goes for and if the Saudi connection comes back. Victor Osimhen. I don't think United are going to get him, is the top and bottom of it. But I do think we should keep an eye on it. He's on 35 goals so far this season. Now back on the market. Definitely going to be moving, it seems, especially with the release clause being 75 million for foreign clubs, obviously foreign to Napoli. So anyone outside of Italy can come and grab him for 75 million euros, which I think is a relative bargain for a 26-year-old of this caliber. Chelsea have been linked, obviously quite famous there. Lack of striking options. Arsenal have been linked. United have been linked. Saudi is linked. Who knows where this is going to go to? Napoli may end up with some sort of an auction on their hands. Yes, there is a release clause, but Napoli might be able to swizzle this into, nudging his price higher and higher and higher and higher. There's a lot of buzz about this one. Chelsea seem to be a name heavily linked. It doesn't strike me as an Arsenal player, to be honest. It doesn't strike as an Arsenal player. Maybe Napoli even look at someone like Juventus who have been linked with him. It's a madness. I think there's going to be a lot of movement in the summer. And one of the bigger rumours is going to be where Osimhen ends up. Osimhen at Chelsea could be very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. I think he'd score a lot of goals in that Chelsea team with that midfield behind him, with Cole Palmer playing off him. I think that would be a dangerous mix-up. And I've been pretty consistent because I believe this. If Arsenal sign an out-and-out striker that doesn't get involved in the link and the build-up play in the same manner that Havertz does, they will fall off in a big, big way because it will fundamentally change one of the reasons as to why they've been so dominant in the middle of the park, why they hold possession and control games in the manner that they do. They just see the need for a goal scorer. And they're right to, because I don't think they have enough goals in their forward line. But if they sacrifice control for goals, they won't create as many chances and they won't be as effective as they currently are. They almost need to find someone that can deliver the same amount of control and get them goals. And I don't know who that player is, but that's what they probably need to do. I don't even know if that player exists. But I think if they went purely for, we just need goals, they'd fundamentally change the reason why they've been as good as they've been in games. And I'm here for them completely fucking it up, to be honest with you. I would love that. Now, as for United, where are we going to finish next season? Genuinely, I have no idea. Not a clue. I think it massively depends on... I think if we do miss out on European football by losing on Wednesday, we'll probably have a higher league finish than we will do if we end up in the Champions League by a few places. I think United could be top six with if we get Cunha, and even if we get Liam Delap, because I think his movement and aggression up front is just different to what we get with Højlund. Finishing and number of chances that he gets is quite similar, but there's other aspects to his game that he's better at. But let me know your thoughts. Frimpong, Liverpool, problem that, innit? Wirtz, Manchester City, or is someone going to hijack that? Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, Liverpool. Osimhen, where do we see him going? Let me know in the comments, and I'll catch you lot in the next one. Laters. Hey, thank you for watching the video. If you are new around these parts, then don't forget to subscribe. My channel is proudly supported by my community on Patreon. If you'd like to get a little bit of extra content, a Discord group, meetups, five-a-side games, weekly podcasts, behind the scenes, and even an occasional bit of transfer news as and when I get it, then for the price of a pint, you can show your appreciation for the content that we make and get some goodies for doing so as well. Check the link in the description or click the button right here. You'll also find all of my socials here too if you want to follow me on any of those platforms. Nice one.